On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. So we are going to get into the topic of discussion here, which is Bitcoin crashing right now. Bitcoin going down. Bitcoin going down hard. And is it because gold is going up? Strength of the dollar going down. People do not want to be in any type of risk on asset, which is still Bitcoin in the minds of the institutional players. Still, they're not fully risk on right now. They're risk off. They're like, look, we're getting into gold. Gold is breaking out. Gold has broken all-time highs, leading up to almost $3,400 an ounce for gold. This is absolutely insane. Then also we have silver is usually kind of lagging behind the gold. Once gold breaks out, then we get some breakouts on silver. So I'm curious how this is all going to play out in the next 6 months, because we could see another major crash in Bitcoin and still make it to $150,000 by the end of the year. Maybe that's not a crazy price target for some. Maybe you still think it might even go to $200,000 by the end of the year. But I think first we might actually feel some freaking max pain here. It's like, how many more dips, how many more consolidations can we deal with before we inevitably pinch and break out? So gold and silver are kind of signifying this. If you look at gold on the weekly, and this, we're going to kind of break this down for you guys so then we can kind of get a little bit more macro, zoomed out. I think the past couple months we've been so focused on the micro, a lot of the meme coin launches, Solana is a topic of discussion too. We're going to talk about the Solana commercial. I'm sure you guys know about that. Solana released a commercial. So funny that we had been talking about commercials that Ethereum needed to release. And then Solana comes out with this ad, and there was so much backlash on it. They mentioned genders and things like that. Just things that obvious stuff that's going to piss people off. And you're going to get some backlash on it. And so it was not a good look for Solana. They ended up taking the ad down. And yeah, guys, it's not looking too great for crypto in terms of like the CT timeline sentiment. It looks terrible. If you were to read everyone's comments and everything that's happening right now, over the past couple months since Trump got into office, it kind of just looks like a disaster. But if you were to, like we're trying to help you guys with, is to zoom out and to go macro, is that this is what we think is really kind of coming down the pipe here. Are going to pick the Microsoft of. We're gonna play a clip of ourselves here. If you agree with this, share it, repost it. That would be amazing. Would love to get the X metrics up. That would be really cool. Especially this one, because this one is just called "Don't F This Up." Tag Raw Paul in it. But let's play this clip. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of time. It's so obvious now at this point that the old heads are going to pick the Microsoft of crypto. Solana is Apple. Ethereum is Microsoft. They're going to have the programmers, the development support, the know-how to deal with traditional financial institutions. All right, and I am going to Solana ad is amazing. I know some people liked it, some people didn't. There was just it was very mixed reviews. There were some people that were like, I supported it at first, but then when I watched it back, I didn't like it. So it was almost like when the backlash came, people rewound the VHS and they were like, wait a second. I don't actually support this. It was really funny. But it's just like, okay. Here's the thing. Advertising can be very, very simple if you think about it. Advertising can be very easy. It's just if you see something enough times. My friend told me this. He was like, it's not even really about the content itself almost. It's that if you get something in front of people enough times and they see it enough times, then it's in their brain. Then it's in their consciousness. Then you've moved their awareness into the next phase of aware. You've moved their awareness into the next phase of being aware of this said thing. Whether it be a brand of something, Coca-Cola's masters. They spend billions of dollars, millions of dollars, billions of dollars on these tactics of getting something stuck in your head. So it's just as simple as just like, you don't have to connect Solana with like ideological ideas or social ideas. It's just like, it's a blockchain that's open source that you can build stuff on. So it doesn't matter if you're a freaking frog or you're a furry. Who cares? Like, are you building a cool app? All right, cool. So then the world will know about Solana because one application had massive world adoption. That's what it's really about. So that's what it's about. With Ethereum, it's the same thing. It's just like, okay, will the world see that Ethereum can basically, you can do anything on it. You build anything on it. And so that's the kind of commercials we need. Just like simple adoption and technology driven. It's just, it could be that simple, but we've got these people that are, I don't know, how do these people get paid so much with their salaries working for these companies? I would love to know who was in that meeting and was like, all right, Ted, gotta mention about the genders. That'll really get them. It's like, no, you're just gonna piss people off. Like, what the hell are you talking about? But let's find the ad. I'd actually like, let's play the ad. Where's the Solana ad? Because they tried to take it down, but everyone was like, I've made sure that we put it right back up. I kind of like the now deleted Solana ad. I don't know. Let's watch it.
So, America, what's going on?
Well, lately, I've been having thoughts again.
What thoughts?
About innovation. You know, multi-planetary travel, nuclear energy, crypto, AI. You know, things that push the limits of human potential.
What you're experiencing is called rational thinking syndrome. Why don't we take this energy and channel it into something more productive, like coming up with a new gender?
But that's not gonna stop me thinking about innovating and doing something.
Innovating, doing, these are action words, verbs. Why don't we focus on pronouns?
That's not gonna help.
I sense some cynicism. Have you been betrayed in the past?
You know, I used to think the media was my friend. Can I even trust them anymore?
Of course.
Of course they'd say that. That's a biased take. I got canceled for saying 2 + 2 is 4.
Have you ever considered that math is a spectrum?
What?
America, numbers are non-binary. We've been conditioned to believe that 2 + 2 is 4. It's a societal construct.
It's literally math.
Or is it a dominant narrative? Have you been practicing the state-prescribed regulations we talked about?
Yeah. I've debanked some crypto founders and I've slowed down nuclear reactor approvals, and depending on my state of mind, I change the SEC guidelines, but I don't like it.
If we don't regulate, how will we create jobs for people who work hard to make businesses slow?
You know what? Hard work, innovation, rational thinking, it's in my blood. It's who I am. Railroads, factories, automobiles. I built the future once, and I won't be left behind now. I will lead the world in permissionless tech, build on chain, and reclaim my place as the beacon of innovation. I want to invent technologies, not genders.
Lovely. So glad you were able to get some of that negative emotion out. Sounds like we'll need a few more sessions. When can I see you next?
You're fired.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, and it's addressing some things. I like the thing about the energy and the reactors and all that stuff in the SEC. But I will say, you know, some of the things are just gonna, you don't have to mention it. You don't have to. So I think that's probably why some people had some backlash, because they were like, hey, you don't have to add that in there. You can mention all the things that you did, but you know, it to connect that, because it's just gonna, you're just gonna make a group of people mad. You're asking for it. You're asking for it. So at that point, but it's okay. They're pushing the boundaries. They're seeing, okay, how they're dipping their toe in to see how they can see what the reaction is. So, and then they got the reaction. If only they use this ad money to actually fix their network, maybe then the product will speak for itself. That is the thing. Like, yeah, it's so funny because the network's gone down 7 times or however many times when things are, when action's happening, and it's like, yeah, let's fix the offshore trading, selling of Solana with these big exchanges first, and then we can talk about some innovation and some price action. Best innovation we could have in this industry is to not have the massive manipulation of the industry. that would be a start. But I digress completely. All right, so here is the nature of the market. Basically, we have possibly, it said, according to here, you know, we get just small consolidation. How long of a small consolidation? Well, at this point, when you're looking at the chart of Bitcoin, it's definitely more of a now longer consolidation. It's really starting to get a little too overextended. A lot of people calling for a bear market. This is the weekly chart. You know, the first week of March, terrible. Just terrible. And then second week, it was green, but it's like a giant doji weekly green candle, and now it looks like we could be drawn down in this week here because of the signaling of gold breaking out and silver breaking out. Bitcoin lags, but here's the thing. I think my theory here is that gold profits are going to go into Bitcoin. Gold profits are going to go into Bitcoin, and so until that happens, people take the profits in gold, and then they're going to say, okay, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? It's going to be Bitcoin, because it's if the traditional financial institutions are getting taught and being educated about Bitcoin, then they're learning that it's kind of like a digital gold, a store of value. So then all the gold peeps that have been buying gold since 2020 or however long, and they've just been, you know, holding it at $1,000, $1,300, however much, and they've just been DCAing kind of into gold as a hedge against the dollar. As you can see, the dollar strength going to start trending down here. You can see that I think they're going to probably push Bitcoin down, maybe even a little bit lower for the last like resistance or last support point. If you're looking on the daily, you can see here 73 could be a key zone, 67's a key zone. That could be a good explanation too, Billy. There's a lot of speculation of why gold could be going up, but gold obviously going up during financial uncertainty and the Fed being super aggressive. This is why, and inflation. So it's obviously a protection against, monetary inflation, and it's just been a store of value, obviously, for freaking centuries. So what could be happening? I just think it's just like it's all going to play out in a matter of time, and it seems to just make sense to me now, and it's dawning on me that they would run it up this much, get the profits that they need, then they probably are putting it some into gold. They're not even in cash. They're probably primarily now the stable coin market is getting heavy, so they're going more stable. And then at a point where Bitcoin is brought down low enough that the people that were wanting to take profits in gold and all of the profits just kind of in general or sideline cash, then will go into Bitcoin. So at what prices? Well, they've been buying here. Whales are still buying. They're still buying at these prices. Like we know Michael Saylor just recently purchased some more Bitcoin on Monday, but he's also announced that they're launching this Strife, which is a new perpetual preferred stock offering that is available to institutional investors and select non-institutional investors. And so this is interesting. So this is just even more exposure that you can get into the Bitcoin ecosystem through a different type of stock option, and also, yeah. So this is good. This is good on the macro. So people are still buying, but it's been so hard and dicey in this area to know, and especially if you're trying to trade the market, it's tricky. It's really, really tricky right now. And also, I want to give a shout out to all the mods and all the people that have came in today. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you to Jesse. Thank you to Uncle Jesse. Thank you to Amelia, LMP. What is going on? Thank you for being here. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. So yeah, you were off. You had off of work today. Nice, but it's not good that you have a cold. So let's send LMP some energy. LMP is OG. She's super bullish on Pepe and on Doge. And on Bitcoin. Bullish on all of the things that it's just necessary to be bullish on. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's the fact that we just keep losing the 200-day, like we lost the 200-day, and since the beginning of March, we've just been fighting it, basically. Like, we've been just fighting it. We bounced off of it here in the beginning of March, but then it only took just up till about the 8th or the 9th to just completely lose it, and now we've just been fighting it this entire time. So it's nasty. It sucks. It's going to make the alts just look like absolute garbage. Like they're just going to get destroyed. They kind of look something like this. It's like, oh! That's I love seeing that one. Oh, let's go. We got the Aussies in here. Shout out to our Australians. Shout out to the Aussies. We love the Aussies. Yeah, the alts have just been fully destroyed. I mean, if you look at them on, I mean, just look at them on the monthly. They've just kind of, the monthly is where you can get a kind of better representation of kind of the average price of what some of these, tokens that we've talked about, Shiba Inu, ENA, Aave, Floki, IMX, Link, Pepe, I mean, Sui, Solana, all of these on the monthly are down 35%. They are down anywhere from at the highest point, Jupiter is down 42%. But you can see here on the monthly though, there are still some things that are in the green. So we have Maker, which is up 23% on the month and kind of has been fairly sustained. And this is just in the top 100. So we're just looking at the tokens in the top 100 right now. And then you can see we have BNX, and this binary X on the year has been up 164% and then 63% on the monthly, but then on the weekly 50. So not everything is destroyed, because it's sometimes it's tough that even there's all these things that are in the red, there could be some outliers around in the market that are still green. So that's actually a good sign. We could see that as possible strength. But then there's also another way to look at it too, is that, hey, these projects are basically hitting a peak. And that was the peak of this month. And then now we'll just have to see, like, if they're going to start either going to the downside because they've been doing better than everything on the monthly, or does it signify that it's just more of a rally? We just have to check the chart, check what's going on. IP story. I think we mentioned about this like a week or two ago about this particular project. It was like, we don't even know where this thing came from, but it's something, I don't exactly what we know. Like we got to read about it again. Let's see. Let's check. It was something about doing like seamless. It was like you can make your own story kit or something. Yeah, that was what it was. Something. Okay, yeah. Story layer 1 blockchain designed to serve as the foundation for intellectual property. Oh yeah, for the IP. Yeah, the IP rights on the internet. So it enables creators to register, license, and monetize their IP assets seamlessly. And so by leveraging blockchain technology, Story provides a transparent, efficient framework for IP attribution, licensing, and commercialization. So that's pretty cool. So I like that. I've been thinking about that a lot recently, on how we can, as creators, monetize our creations in a way that, like, if we have something really cool, we have an idea, we want to work in crypto, we want to have a certain type of token, I don't know, just something, ecosystem, whatever you're building, I mean, anything that you're building, and then you can kind of have some type of framework like this to back and have licensings for your idea. So then you can, you can get paid. So the tools that you can use: Story Explorer, a user interface for discovering registered IP assets; white label UI tooling and ecosystem developers; a central repository for IP registration and management; a licensing model. We're going to have to look more into this, because I do like the fact that it has been performing pretty strong against everything, at least in the top 100. This is the top 100. We're interested. It's a good narrative. In the age of meme coins literally being made out of anything and everything, it might be smart to then start to think, I might need to IP some of my stuff and see how that goes. All right, so shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for the chat being active. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Make sure, if you haven't already, just destroy the like button. We got to get the likes past 10. Basically, if the live stream doesn't get like quickly 10 likes, then it won't get more people in here. YouTube won't put it out in the stream. It won't put it out in the search. It won't put it in front of people. So we just got to get a super quick 10 likes. And if you're watching on any other platform, let's see, we got 9 people watching on X. Even the people that are watching on X, come to YouTube and then hit the like button. All right, so Satoshi Nakamoto said, Dan, if you want, I can build you a coin in like 30 seconds. I know, you're Satoshi Nakamoto. I mean, you created Bitcoin. So if anyone, I'll trust you. No, I don't need help making the coins. I know how to do all that stuff. That's not what I need help with. I need help with promotion, advertisement, connections, and gateways, gatekeepers. You know, there's gatekeepers in every industry, and a lot of the times what those gatekeepers are the liquidity holders, like the people that have the money. They're gonna give you the money. Like, we'll give you the money, we'll give you the seed fund, we'll seed round you, we'll seed phrase you. That is kind of the, I mean, you know, me and Headband were talking about it, you know, earlier before I started the stream. He was like, the market's kind of cooked. Basically, if you don't have connections and just access to resources in the type of way of like promotions, it's tough out here. That's just the nature of the game. It's not easy building a brand. Here's the deal. Here's a perfect example. Ticker Bitcoin. Ticker Bitcoin, Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 Inu. Represent. Shout out to the coolest meme. This thing has went through all kinds of stuff, but it still is sustained by a community of people, artists, eclectics, happy schizos, whatever you want to call them, the Sprotos. They are keeping this thing alive. You know, they're keeping this thing alive. And by the force of the community alone has been able to, and out of it has come these really cool collections and collaborations and other coins like SPX 6900, which ended up surpassing, you know, the liquidity and the market cap of the ticker that created the degeneracy in the first place of the meme super cycle. And so that's what I think is the ticket here. The golden ticket is like, how can you get people to just naturally rally behind something, and it doesn't have to be too complicated. So, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So right now, just as we correlate kind of, because I'm reading the chat, as we're talking about liquidity and liquidity, community, promotion, advertisement, you know, all that stuff, all necessary things for, you know, your coin or project or whatever it is to last or sustain. You know, right now I have a token, but there's no liquidity. Like, there's no liquidity. I haven't launch padded it. I haven't you know, it's just on Solana. But this is just one starting point. So, you know, obviously I would like to have this multi-chain, you know, have it on ETH, Base. And the way that I know I can do this is by having, you know, launch pads, liquidity, you know, some type of seed rounding, and just a push from also the community. All right, so Amelia saying, I'm reading the chat. Why on earth would the MAGA movement push XRP when the EU is using XRP to install CBDC in September? Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. LMP's coming in with some sauce. Headband's not going to like that. Anytime someone comes in with XRP FUD, Headband's like, I swear to the... When you put it on the exchange, I throw liquidity into it, and if I can put it into a cold wallet. Yeah, and also another good way, I haven't even contacted exchanges, because exchanges could be very friendly and say, hey, you know, we'll provide liquidity. We'll even launch it on our exchange. There's exchanges that'll do that. So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. It's just me right now. So I am going by my own speed, which sometimes is not very fast, you know, but I'm going about this as kind of as best as I can right now with just being me. But hey, if you guys are interested and want to kind of help me build this thing, become part of the street team, and maybe you'd actually do have a connection into a launch pad or a way that we can get this thing truly built out. All right. Uncle Jesse, see you later. Says he's got to drive. Thanks for the info. Yes, no problem. No problem. All right, so Satoshi Nakamoto said, you don't have to contact any exchange. You can use MetaMask. There's 14 other exchanges that use it. If you're going to keep any coin for yourself, do not send it on the exchange. LMP said, watch NVIDIA on 320. It's going to shock the markets. It's going to explode the markets. Like in terms of the stock going up or nuking and going down. Where is the NVIDIA stock? We have the NVIDIA stock. Let's go here. I'm pretty sure we were following it. Yeah. Going up. Okay, on the weekly, it's been in the red. On the daily, it's kind of, if you're looking at a 200-day break, starting to trend. It's probably looks like it's maybe starting to trend back up to touch this 200-day. The 200-day moving average on NVIDIA is 128. And looks like it's kind of just been rolling over, you know, it rolled over a little bit. You know, it had its time to shine through the beginning of the year and before the beginning of the year. And honestly, it's just like from the, where is it? 2024, like 2023 and 2024 just showed massive growth for NVIDIA. Just crazy. It really shot. It just did a nice little moonshot here for the stock market to pull something like this is amazing. But if you think about it, like if you're investing in the future and you know, like if NVIDIA is going to be the top pick for GPUs and also AI sector, then this could this could get into the 200 ranges. Just all depends on, like, because the thing with these is like they could, you know, do share splits. They can, I don't know, they can do all kinds of stuff. It's not like, it's different than what it would be in crypto as to if you're just like, buying a coin that the supply's burned and there's no other supply that can be minted and it's just an open chart. And so, and Ella makes a good point. It's like, why wouldn't you buy the very best? It's like, the people that were early invested in Tesla and, projecting that this company would eventually be, linked with things like SpaceX and all the, and just that, and just anything to do with that forward motion industry of innovation, then that's a pretty damn good buy, from these bottom points of even in 2020. You see it bottomed out here. We even ranged it a while ago on Tesla. 104. I mean, gosh, that's like such a good price. And then if you think it's getting back into this purple box range right here on the daily for Tesla, you would consider anywhere getting close to this purple range is a buy, is like an accumulation zone, Because even if we get back up to all-time highs, that's a decent return, And then you think of Tesla's been getting hit. It's been getting a lot of the scrutiny because of what Elon Musk has been doing with the Department of Government Efficiency, the backlash against Tesla, the media onslaught, the celebrities, all this stuff, people going around and whatever I guess you want to call the lefties scratching up and damaging Cybertrucks and stuff like that. And it's just kind of like, it seems like it's a massive coordinated attack. So at what point do you think, okay, this is the buy opportunity when there's so much hate, so much backlash, so much this and that, and then you have yourself a nice buying opportunity. Who knows? You guys in the chat are funny. Satoshi Nakamoto himself is in here. Oh, I wanted to show you guys something. And by the way, I forget that I really do I like looking at stocks too. I don't do it very often at all. I mean, we like looking at gold and silver too. So we just have the stocks that we like to look at is like Tesla, the Coinbase stock, Robinhood, Nvidia, and we obviously look at the S&P. We don't really track it. We should track it more often. Honestly, we should really keep a. Squirrely said, "I'm in stables right now. I actually got a full night of sleep." Oh yeah, I was trying to trade this market, and I should have just stepped right out and just called it for like the week or the month. That would have probably been the better idea, but instead I blew the entire account. So that is what happened to me the past couple of days. No one's sending anyone's wallet addresses. No one's. I mean, if you guys can look at my stuff. If you really wanted to see what I had, it's not that hard to find. I will say my portfolio is down thousands and thousands of dollars. I don't know how down your portfolios are, but some people are just, they stopped looking. They're like, I can't look anymore. Like, I just can't do this. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, so, all right, Satoshi Nakamoto says the cycle top, in my opinion, just by mathematics and supply and demand, is about 198K. So yeah, that's about around our number as well. We've had that same kind of thesis, like, okay, if everything kind of lines up from the previous cycles, we have this Binance chart to represent it. This could be the bounce point, right here. at 73 or 67, and then we finally start to get the mass accumulation, the strategic reserves, all that stuff, you know, like then the true buying actually starts to happen, and they do it through the gold reserves, the gold whatever, and it makes so much sense now. Senator Lummis said, you know, we're not going to purchase Bitcoin with taxpayer dollars or that type of money. It's going to be in a different type of way. So maybe that's why gold's pumping, and then we're going to cash the gold out wherever the paper gold, whatever it is, and then we're going to then buy Bitcoin. And I guess if the government's going to then buy Bitcoin, then why not buy it at 73 instead of 81? Why not buy it at 67? You know? Why not buy it at these cheap prices? And you're also maybe thinking to yourself, why would they really play that kind of number game if Bitcoin is truly going to be going to like $1 million per coin in the next like 5 to 10 years? Why would they even care? Why wouldn't they just start backing the truck up on 81? Well, they are. They still are. Like, look, all these spot buy whale orders. Let's go to spot. Let's go to Binance Spot. They're just scooping. They're scooping it. They're scooping all these prices up. You can see it. Look, they're buying at 77. Big whale orders at 74 on Coinbase and Binance. 69. Someone's ready to buy some Bitcoin. So yeah, they're scooping it up. They're scooping it up, but now we're just kind of at the mercy. We're kind of at the mercy of the exchanges and the market makers, you know, swinging the price around, because eventually, I really do believe that we will get that top. We'll get the market cycle top, which is, it kind of happens 500 some odd days after the halving. So we know the halving date was April 24th, 2024. From this point, okay, we need to go out 500 days. That brings us into September and October. Okay. By that time, that is supposed to be, on average, from previous data, if you want to talk about the mathematics or whatever, the supply, the demand, whatever the cycles have done before, and we try and make it rhyme or whatever, not repeat, but do the rhyming thing, then I think we could at least be due in August and September for 155,000. So we just have to be patient. We have to know, like, there's an unraveling of the old head traditional financial system. And Trump is signaling with that whole spectacle of the round table of the crypto summit. What that was the president and the administrator, David Nutsacks, and you know, Brian, you know, Gromstrong, you know, Baldhead Armstrong. This is just signaling that it is transitioning. And we have to be patient. We have to know that the next 4 years is going to be it's just going to be some stepping. It's just going to be it's going to be a staircase. It's not going to be like a, you know, but I think it's just going to be a nice do. And through those moments where we kind of start, when we just cool off a little bit, you have to just keep it cool. And I'm now learning this is that, because look, all during these times, if you were to have just kept it cool during this time of just oh my gosh, like this sideways action where we were just like, is it over? Yep, I guess it's over. That was it. You know, I guess that was it. 73. Some people were calling the top right there. There were a lot of people that were calling the top. They were like, it's over, bros. Like it ain't happening. You're not getting your 100K. 100K ain't coming. And then we got it. We just had to be patient. And it took some months. Us in crypto were so freaking impatient, and we make each other impatient. We convince each other that we shouldn't wait. We should trade and try and get into the daily runner. Screw a daily runner. How about consistency? That's what we need. We need consistency. So, yeah, 420, bro. Yeah, no. So I think what I'm saying here is not crazy. It's not crazy, but I do think that there is an ultimate plan and a master plan being played out here, and it just takes the growing pains and the die off of some of those old. Think about like an old computer. Think about how it felt when you had to transition out of some of the old tech. Like you had to get out of the old computer. You had to I remember I'm old enough to remember using a floppy drive, okay? And how going from a floppy drive to then actually using like a CD-ROM and then being able to burn stuff and then flash drive memory. How your computers had to you had to get a new computer once a new game came out, and you needed to get a new computer, a new piece of hardware to be able to participate in the thing, whether it be a new video game or listening to music in a different type of way. Then you're like, okay, I got to get the CD player because I love listening to CDs. So now I'm going to get the CD player, and now I can take my CD player mobile. But then it went from now I can have MP3s and digital files, and I can curate and do my own thing. Then that makes you buy the next thing. So innovation breeds purchasing. And this is how it's going to play out. Yeah. Run. Yeah. /run. Yeah. I know. If you were to hand a floppy disk to to like a Gen Z or whatever, the Zoomers, they're gonna be like, "What the heck is this?" They're like, "What the hell is this?" They're like, "Is this a buzzer for for a table? What is this thing?" Yeah, the S&P, and also the Russell, the S&P. All right, let's see. Let's see what CNBC has to say about gold prices hitting the all-time high. Let's check it out.
Hearing about in the global markets, Hormuz, that there is one thing that is unstoppable, and that clearly is the gold prices. Now, not just touching $3,000 an ounce, but holding above it at this point in time. The US dollar index at a 5-month lows, and all the data that we have seen coming from US has been on the weaker side, whether it is about retail sales, new home builder sentiment, New York manufacturing contracts, all of these numbers have come in on the weaker side. And to top that, OECD now.
Yeah, like LMP said, and I mentioned it, basically January on my birthday, like the exact day, guys. I'm not even kidding. The exact day of my birthday, January 23rd, was the top. That was the time to sell. That was the time to sell everything. Like just to sell everything and then go back in. On my birthday was the freaking effing top. So that should have been, I should have had the instinct like, so Daniel, just go into some stables, brother. You idiot.
Has cut G20 growth forecast as well. So that clearly seems to be supporting the gold prices. We also are looking at various central bank meetings this week from US to Japan to UK, and that would give you further direction as well. So while the gold prices continue to trade firm, what is also following is the metal prices. Copper, after 1.5% gains in the overnight market, is now trading near 10-month highs in US. The U.S. Aluminum prices also are trading near 9-month highs. We've seen strong gains come back in case of zinc as well. That one is trading high. Tin is trading at a 4-year highs. Nickel prices at near 2-year highs. So all metals, precious and base metals, have started Asia yet another on a very positive note.
Well, all that glitters is gold.
So interesting. So precious metals across the board are pumping. Copper, tin, aluminum, and gold just outperforming everything in terms of commodities, precious metals. But like we said, silver, I think right now silver is the play. Like if you think about it, if you're really thinking you want to protect on your purchasing power of your dollar, silver might be the freaking play. Stop it. Do you just stop it? Come on, you don't trust the person on the phone. You get out of here. They're like, come now for your bumper card reading. All right, so yeah, silver might be the play, guys. Silver might be the play. I like looking at look at silver on the monthly. Look at silver on the monthly, and we actually have we had a target. We were charting silver months and months ago, last year. Check it out. Look at in 08 and 2020, both financial crisis and areas of black swanny material. Look right here and then right here. Both of those times we had a massive breakout, okay? And so here in 2020, 2022, we had all the capitulations of the exchanges, the crashes, the Bitcoin bottom, and then that was about where Bitcoin bottomed out at $16,000. And so if you're looking at something that is lagging behind gold, it's silver. Silver could get you right now, and think about it, silver futures. I mean, you could trade paper silver, you could buy physical silver, and I think by the end of 2025 this year, we could see silver back at all-time highs at 49 to $50 an ounce of silver, but then also breaking to all-time highs, I think, going into the following year, maybe quarter one, and we're like at $65 to $70 an ounce for silver. I think from now till the end of the year, I think silver is going to outperform gold, because gold's been pumping so much that I think at a point it's going to cool off. I think we got about 27 to 30% more. I think we got about 30% more to go with gold. We're going to hit $4,000 as a breaking new all-time high for gold. And then I think silver is the play. I really think so. I've been saying this for months, and I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. And I think at the end of the year, we could see an 80% return on silver. And that's solid. I mean, something that's solid as silver, pun intended, that could be the freaking play. And so it's almost like buying Litecoin, it's like we're buying Litecoin, Bitcoin, silver, all the true stores of value. But yeah, so really think about it. I mean, this chart is beautiful. The silver chart is actually really, really great. I think it looks good. I think it looks real good. It's looking really, really, really tasty. Put some silver in the chat. Put some silver in the chat if you like what I'm talking about here. Do they have silver? Silva. Is there silver emojis? Silver. No. Whatever that was, it kind of looked like a silver. A sliver? Do they have slivers? I don't know. That kind of looks like a bar of silver, whatever that is. Or like, is that a dimmer switch? I don't know what that is, but look, that looks like bars of silver. Oh, and I do have a theory on, guys, I guess I'm bored. Am I boring? Am I boring you? Am I boring you? Are you not entertained? I thought I would be at 20 likes so far. I've been streaming for an hour, and I guess I'm boring you guys. Son of a gun. Man, when you think you're being entertaining, but you're really just snore fest. You're just making people go to sleep. You might as well just put the damn bed emoji in the chat. Are you not freaking entertained, damn it? All right, let's show you guys the Bybit hot wallet. We thought this was great. We went to the ticker Bitcoin's biggest holders, and Bybit was one of the biggest hot wallet holders. We're like, damn, their hot wallet is stacked. They have 401 tokens. Biggest holdings of the Bybit hot wallet is, of course, our king of memes, Pepe. King of memes, Pepe. And then Plume. So that's actually one of their biggest holdings is this Plume token. And then also, check this out, ENA. Ondo. Apex token. So if you guys know, the Bybit owns Apex, and excuse me, they are obviously going to be bullish on the token. And so this is decentralized perps, spot buying, DeFi. It's a decentralized exchange. You can use your wallet, you can connect to it, all that stuff. Then also, look, we got the Mask Network, ApeCoin, 1 inch. So I like seeing their biggest holdings here. Arkham. Oh, they just look. Was that the Arkham token? Oh, there we go. Speaking of the Arkham token, look at this ADD, ADHD greatness that you're experiencing right now. Only true experts in the art of ADHDness can do what I'm doing right now. Satoshi Nakamoto, you stop it. You stop that right now. There's no way that you have more Pepe than the Bybit hot wallet. Now I know you're pulling some frog legs, dude. You're pulling my frog leg, bro. You stop that right now. All right. And if you're wondering why we're even looking at this wallet, we were looking at the address that holds 5.5%. We were like, let's go. All right, let's see. And then that's above the Uniswap version 3. But what I'm saying is, Kenneth, shout out to Kenneth, I think that gold will still break and still move up because it just seems like it's the obvious play. It's going to go to that 4K. It's going to go to that 4K, and then it's going to take a nice little cool off. Nice little cool off. Or at least 3,400. I mean, this is going to be that point right here. And then remember, like we were saying, silver is lagging, but I think it's due for about breaking the all-time highs here, ranging up. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. let's look at some more of these wallets. I want to know who's holding about $1 million worth of the ticker holders, biggest holders. And let's look at this address. There's about 225 tokens in here. We got SPX 6900. We have Haycoin, Harry Potter, Trump Sonic, 100 Enu. And the ticker's BTC. What the? Business coin. A lot of dust in here. Looks like there's a lot of dust. We got some some nose candy. Jeez. Haycoin. So there's $18,000 of Haycoin. Haycoin. Okay, let's look at this one. Thanks, Ozzy. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good day. Thank you guys for coming in. If you're leaving, thank you so much. We appreciate you. All right. Now, this person has about almost close to $1 million in the ticker, but everything else in the wallet, nothing happening. Nothing happening there. Let's see here. We'll look at this one. Just want to see if there's maybe any tokens that we can discover. Okay, so I like that. This is a nice wallet. Look at this wallet. This is a good wallet. Look at the first three tokens right there, just the OGs. We got some Wojak coin, we got some Pepe, we got some Shiba Inu. Well, Amelia. Well, it's not. How do you say it? It's not Amelia. Emilapa. Emiliop. Going insane now. Well, no, LMP. I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better with that cold. Some colds going around. But yeah, look at this. I like this. Pretty decent wallet. Gold, Pepe Gold. I remember that. So, okay, look at this. Tag for this address contains characters from one other Unicode. Andy on base 48 days ago. What's going on here? Andy on base.eth. We're just searching around. We're just moseying. We're moseying on these addresses. Okay, cool. This one. All right, here we go. Here's a pep. Whoa, this is a nice one. We got a ETH value of 202,000. Looks like we have some Pepe tokens in here of valued at $20 million. And $6 million in Shiba, $2 million and $3 million in Injective, 2.7 in ApeCoin. We got. Is this a big? Oh, hold on. Wait a second. Okay. This might be another. Okay, this is another exchange wallet. I was like, yo. I was like, hold the phone. Okay, BitGet. That's what that one is. Okay. That's a big wallet. That's one of those supply wallets. Okay, yeah, so these are all the supply wallets. Man, if you're still into memes, well, you can really buy cheap right now. Tell you what, buy cheap as hell right now. All right, thanks again, guys, for coming in. We almost got it to 20. We almost got it to 20 likes. We almost got it to 20 likes. We were close. We were so close. So close. Make sure you guys are in the Discord. And we really actually like this the feature on Twitch. It's really cool. It's super easy and fast to clip stuff from the Twitch stream. So obviously it's the same stream that I can go into Twitch, clip it, and then I can immediately get it on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts. And it's been a really, I just did a bunch of them today, and I think it'll be a nice way to just get more content out. And, could put some, and then I can re-upload them with the captions and the subtitles and put those on X like I did this morning, something like this. Can definitely help. But yeah, the ticker Bitcoin is the true gold standard. Ticker is Bitcoin. Ticker's always been Bitcoin. Tis always been Bitcoin. All right. Any questions, answers, debates, discussions? Talking about for gold. Yeah, and true. Yeah, if you think about it in terms of like what, and then also what silver is used for. So yeah, silver is used in literally everything electrical or electronic. Yeah. So that also is kind of a more practical way of looking at it, and also as just like a practical trade. It's almost kind of like one of those practical trades if you're thinking, okay, something is going to make the demand go up for a said commodity, and the supply is either hard to get or it's hard to like inflate it with more of supply. So if it's something that has a kind of baseline supply, but then the demand goes up, then obviously we'll get the prices to go to the upside. And that's kind of like a product, like almost kind of like a product supply and, type of deflation or form of, that's not inflation, the opposite of inflation. So the US dollar is doing the inflation thing where it's like, all right, we're going to, pump a bunch of money into the supply, and then it makes the actual purchasing power of the dollar go down and increases the value of all the things like eggs and whatever it may be. But ultimately what this is leading to, we forgot to mention at the last stream, is that Russia is using Bitcoin and USDT for oil trades with China and India. So even with the tariffs, we're going to have these short-term tariff woes, but then really in terms of these countries trading, Russia oil companies have used crypto assets, including Bitcoin and Tether's USDT, for international trade. Reuters reported on March 14th, citing 4 sources with direct knowledge of the matter. While the Russian finance minister publicly declared in the late 2024 that Russia is free to use assets like Bitcoin in foreign trade, the use of crypto in oil transactions with China and India had not been previously reported. So, let's see. Crypto will be used no matter of sanctions or tariffs. According to one Reuters sources, crypto will likely continue to be used in Russia's foreign oil trading, regardless of whether any sanctions are in place. And even if the sanctions are lifted and Russia is free to use the dollar, they might end up just using, the Bitcoin or the USDT instead. And Bitcoin remains highly restricted in mainland China. While Russia has been increasingly open to Bitcoin, including its use in foreign trade, mainland China has maintained a cautious and restrictive approach toward cryptocurrency. Since banning virtually all crypto transactions in 2021, authorities in mainland China have maintained a restrictive agenda on crypto, while neighboring jurisdictions, Hong Kong, has emerged as a global crypto hub. Despite the restrictions, mainland China has remained one of the global leaders in Bitcoin mining, raising controversy over the application of its crypto ban. So someone made a point. I remember watching a video. They were like, look, China already has the entire infrastructure set up to lead in the entire world in Bitcoin mining. And that's actually where, even if they started to fully go into the direction of being of mining in China, then they probably would end up increasing the hash rate drastically, and then a lot of the Bitcoin will be freshly mined and mined out of China. And so, if that's the case, then what do you think is going to be the response to the United States against China? Well, it's going to be a Bitcoin arms race. So people are speculating that this is how Bitcoin will eventually get to $1 million per coin over time, because it will be a race on hash rate and who's mining and using Bitcoin and using the burn off renewable energy and power plants and nuclear plants and whatever you're able to use to be able to then use that to then mine the Bitcoin. So I think that's gonna be how we increase the demand. The demand increases, the supply is fixed. There's only so much supply. Not everyone's gonna be able to have a full Bitcoin at a point in the world. There's not enough of it. Like, it's just not gonna. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be very interesting. We've got a lot of these, macro factors, micro factors, geopolitical stuff, the trade, the tariffs, the sanctions. It all is encouraging and pushing the narratives and influencing crypto. And so we have to know about it. We got to talk about it. But thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. I don't know. You got any other observations? Any questions? Anything? I haven't eaten breakfast this morning, so I am starving. What should I eat? Yeah, LMP, you'd like the Pepe Van Gogh. If you guys want to become a member of the channel, We have no new members, so I mean, all 8 of you right now, if you want to become a member of the channel, you can. Yeah, good luck, chat. What do you mean by that, headband? Just good luck in general. From now till the end of time. Steak omelet? Ooh, steak omelet? A steak omelet? Ugh. And we gotta do some push-ups. We gotta like work out. We gotta eat. We gotta do some stuff. We gotta get these arms going. I don't know if we still got some noodleage going on. I don't know. We need some more mass. We gotta work it. So maybe a steak omelet would be the right choice. Man, this Q&A section is not as exciting as Cryptos R Us George. He's like, all right, let's do some Q&A. Give me the questions. Yeah, we need great karma. Yeah, I think, well, if you believe in karma, then all the people that have really like tried their best and tried hard in these 4 years, and you're still here, holding crypto, I think karmically we will be rewarded. Like, it's almost like the grace of God will be bestowed upon us. Like, I think really, truly, I'm like not even trying to be funny or facetious or anything like that. I actually believe this, because it's like you can only get beat down so much, and then you are presented with the grace of God and the healing of God, and then all of the things come into play, and then finally, you know, it happens. It's the good news, you know. You talk about the good news. You're like, when you're in the bear market and you think there is no good news. What good news are you talking about? Well, it's kind of like this. How people think it's like to hodl crypto or an investment. And this is what it actually looks like. It looks like tornadoes, pitfalls, forest detours, zip line, crane, dinosaur, T-Rex, distraction, the Kraken, underwater missile explosion, battle on the bridge, and then finally you feel like you saw the flag, but nope, just another pitfall with lightning. And then finally you crawled out of the pitfall, you saw there was like, oh my God, there's a ladder. Thank the freaking Lord. And then right when you get close to the finish line, there's a damn gator right towards the end. Ready to chomp that ass. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough out there, guys. But we love you. Thank you for being with us. We see you. We see you. Oh, bagels with cream cheese and lox. Oh, that sounds good too. With capers. Yeah. That was my go-to breakfast in my early 20s when I was working in my downtown area. I'd go get a bagel with lox and cream cheese and the capers on an everything bagel or like a garlic bagel. And I would get a cafe con leche from the Cuban bakery, kind of right around the corner. Oh, man. Let's see. When Reagan took office after Jimmy Carter, silver was higher than it is right now. Yeah, if you look at... Yeah, well, there was two different breakout points of all-time highs of silver. 80s. 2011, after the financial crash of 08, bottomed out right here. And then we have COVID here. So yeah. Zoop, zoop. Let's draw a trend line from this here across here. And we're just going to touch it on that. And that lines up pretty good. It's like the sweet spot right there. Right there. How long you think? What do you think for silver? We get 60 an ounce by November or December? Is it going to be like November, December, or is it going to be next, or is it going to be like in Q1 next year? Oh, Coinbase has a silver's futures? What? Silver's futures on Coinbase. Oh, yeah, I think you can. Yeah, you can do a Coinbase futures, a silver's futures. David says he thinks Q1 of 2026. Yeah, that could be. That's a good guess. But see, that's a decent hold though. Like if you're thinking what could I put in that just is taking the risk off? You think you're taking a lot of the risk off by buying silver because it just has not pumped like gold has. It's just it always lags, but it will go. That could be a solid hold. I mean, it's just like think, next 6, 7, 8 months. Is it really? Pax Gold is on PHEMEX and you can 50x leverage it. Let's look at Pax. Let's see. Can we get we got the Gemini, we got Kraken. We'll look at the Binance spot. Yeah, on Coinbase, you can do silver's futures. So I think that's going to be, I'm going to put a trade in. I'm going to put the trade in. Interesting. Pax Gold is exactly almost the price of gold. Pax Gold is a gold-backed cryptocurrency launched by the creators of Paxos Standard in September of 2019. As an ERC20 token operating on Ethereum blockchain, Pax Gold is tradable on a large variety of exchanges and has become an accessible way for traders to start investing in gold. The main goal behind Pax Gold is to make gold more tradable, as the physical commodity is not easily divisible or flexible in terms of transport. This is why Paxos Standard decided to create a cryptocurrency entirely backed by gold. According to the official white paper, Pax Gold was created to allow investors to buy indefinitely small amounts of gold through cryptocurrency, thus virtually eliminating minimum buy limits for the commodity. So yeah, Pax Gold, you can see the centralized exchanges. You can use Binance, Bybit, BitGet, Mexi, KuCoin, Kraken, PHEMEX. Yep, PHEMEX. You can see perps on, let's see, the most volume is on OURBIT. Shout out to OURBIT. You can also trade it on OURBIT. Link in the description. And and PHEMEX also, we have a link for that in the description as well. Check that out. What's up? We got Sin. Thank you for being here. All right, so yeah, all right. I think we covered enough. I don't know if you guys want to talk about anything else. I think we're good. But I just want to let you guys know, I think we could be going into some more possible pain. We'll say it really is just, it's hard to tell right now. It's hard to tell. Weekly's red, monthly's red. 4-hour looks like it's trying to fight up to the 200-day moving average again, which would be 84. We'd get another 2K move. But because of the fact that it is just fighting it so many times, we just keep getting rejected. It's just like, I think we're trying to, and we're just made like these lower lows. It just makes sense to me now that they would just like do one of those, you know. They get us down here. And then boom, and then they'll crank it back up. It'll complete the pattern. It'll complete that pattern of rolling over the whole market and then bouncing it again. So we'll see. But it was very good to see all of you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. Again, we thank you for your continued support. And we just really, really can't do this without you guys. We can't do it without you. So the fact that the people that come in here on a daily basis, that you're here, it really means a lot. Because if it wasn't for you guys watching, there'd be no metrics. There'd be not as much fun and joy to go around on this live stream, all right? So I want you guys to feel appreciated. So thank you. Okay. With that being said, thanks for tuning in to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. Make sure you guys check out all the links in the descriptions. And make sure you check out Beancoin. Go to beancoin.co, order your first blockchain bag of coffee, all backed by crypto. And make sure you guys check out the partners of the channel, all the exchanges that we like to use. If you haven't signed up for those, make sure you sign up, and you can spot buy, you can leverage, you can do whatever you want, but just make sure that you know it's highly risky, this cryptocurrency markets and investing, and so you only want to play with the money that you're willing to lose. So just as a a safe message to you guys, but you guys already know this if you've been in the game for a little bit. So, but yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys on the next live stream. Peace out.
This token is the end game. It's the shitcoin of shitcoin. I mean, imagine telling your coworker you're quitting because Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you coin. Boom! Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you. Ticker is Bitcoin, breaking 1 billion market cap. Now, unless you hate money, go ahead and visit
HPOSNI.com.